The Black Stone by Robert E. Howard. Narrated by Mark Bowen. I read of it first in the strange book of von Juntz, the German eccentric who lived so curiously and died in such grisly and mysterious fashion. It was my fortune to have access to his nameless cults in the original edition, the so-called Black Book published in Dusseldorf in 1839, shortly before a hounding doom overtook the author. Collectors of rare literature were familiar with nameless cults mainly through the cheap and faulty translation, which was pirated in London by Bridewell in 1845, and the carefully expurgated edition put out by the Golden Goblin Press of New York, 1909. But the volume I stumbled upon was one of the unexpurgated German copies, with heavy black leather covers and rusty iron hasps. I doubt if there are more than half a dozen such volumes in the entire world today, for the quantity issued was not great, and when the manner of the author's demise was bruited about, many possessors of the book burned their volumes in panic. Von Juntz spent his entire life, 1795 to 1840, delving into forbidden subjects. He traveled in all parts of the world, gained entrance into innumerable secret societies, and read countless little-known and esoteric books and manuscripts in the original. And in the chapters of the Black Book, which range from startling clarity of exposition to murky ambiguity, there are statements and hints to freeze the blood of a thinking man. Reading what von Juntz dared put in print arouses uneasy speculations as to what it was that he dared not tell. What dark matters, for instance, were contained in those closely written pages that form the unpublished manuscript on which he worked unceasingly for months before his death, and which lay torn and scattered all over the floor of the locked and bolted chamber in which von Juntz was found dead, with the marks of taloned fingers on his throat? It will never be known, for the author's closest friend, the Frenchman Alexis Ledoux, after having spent a whole night piecing the fragments together and reading what was written, burnt them to ashes and cut his own throat with a razor. But the contents of the published matter are shuddersome enough, even if one accepts the general view that they but represent the ravings of a madman. There, among many strange things, I found mention of the Black Stone, that curious, sinister monolith that broods.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?